This is Art Television.
Coming up, State of Business, sponsored by
බාධානති සීමානති SLT Mobitel Home 4G දැන් පුළුල් ආවරණයක් සමග
IWS Aviation.
A very good evening. Welcome to State of Business on Art Television. I'm Mariam Vijayaratna. Let's have a look at the headlines first. Government plans 2 swaps with India and Bangladesh, Central Bank Governor says. The economies of the US and China will grow despite the pandemic, World Bank predicts. To begin with a special announcement, travel restrictions which was scheduled to be lifted on next Monday will not be lifted as planned. Army Commander Shavendra Silva, addressing the media this evening, said that travel restrictions will be extended for a further 1 more week. Accordingly, current travel restrictions will be continued till the 21st of this month. Moving to the business news, Central Bank Governor W.D. Lakshman said that Sri Lanka can draw down on a $400 million foreign exchange swap with the Reserve Bank of India in August 2021 as a part of measure to boost reserves. He also said that $250 million deal with Bangladesh is not yet signed, only a draft agreement has been prepared. Central Bank Governor W.D. Lakshman said that Sri Lanka will go for a $400 million foreign exchange swap with the Reserve Bank of India in August this year. He also added that Sri Lanka originally signed the swap deal available to SAARC countries in 2020 and repaid it in February 2021 after rolling it over once. Governor Lakshman spoke to the media personnel virtually and said that there were a couple of more drawings available, and after the completion of the first couple, they will have to wait for a certain cooling off period of 6 months. When questioned by media, he also said that the swap with the Bangladesh banks, which had been approved and was also progressing. He further added that Sri Lanka had paid its external foreign currency debts as agreed and will settle the balance with no delays. State Minister of Money and Capital Market and State Enterprise Reforms Ajit Niwad Cabral, summing up the Sri Lanka Investment Forum 2021, proposed that investing in Sri Lanka will be benefited for all regions. State Minister invited all prospective companies and individuals to be part and parcel in Sri Lanka's and the region's development.
Sometimes, in challenging times, certain windows close. We may get discouraged. That window was closed, so how on earth are we going to get wind or blowing into our room? I can also only tell you that when one window opens, there is always another door that you can open. Sri Lanka is opening a few new doors. Those new doors will provide you with the ability and the opportunity of making your investments. We are inviting you. Please come. And from what I have heard on all the areas that you have discussed so far today, there are awesome opportunities for you. We want you to take advantage of that. We want you to be a part and parcel of Sri Lanka's growth story. It is that story that will provide you with the comfort as well as the opportunity of going forward, and that will also mean a lot to the Sri Lankans and to us as a country. So let us work together in partnership. And if we work together, I can assure you that you will benefit, the country will benefit, our people will benefit, and as a region, we'll all benefit.
World Bank, the United States and China are each expected to contribute about 1/4 of global growth in 2021. A director to the World Bank, Ayhan Koze, said that China's economy, which did not contract last year, is expected to grow a solid 8.5% and moderate as the country's focus shifts to reducing financial stability risk.
US is going to deliver a record growth number, close to 7%, the fastest growth we have seen in this country since mid-1980s. China is going to grow around 8.5%. Given the size of that economy, that's quite an impressive number. Both of these countries undertake the vaccination programs. They are vaccinating their populations rather quickly, opening up their economies. They also implemented a wide range of support measures. But when you take out these two countries, growth looks much weaker. For example, I talked about growth in emerging market developing economies around 6%. That number looks pretty strong. But if you take out China, the number goes down to close to 4%.
We'll be right back after this short commercial break.
දැන් නිවසේ සිටම ආරක්ෂාකාරීව පහසුවෙන් SLT Mobitel හෝම් බිල්පත් ගනුදෙනු සිදු කරන්න ඔබට පුළුවන්. MyCity app එක හරහා SLT Mobitel වෙබ් අඩවියෙන් බිල්පතේ QR කේතියෙන් ඉන්ටර්නෙට් බැංකින් හා බැංකින් app මගින් ඔබේ ආරක්ෂාව වෙනුවෙන් වගකීම් ඉටු කරන SLT Mobitel එකම එක සබැදියාව.
ඒත් නෑනේ. පොළගාවේ නම් තිබුණලු.
මම ගියා. එහෙත් ඉවරයි.
කාර් එකයි කෝටි ගොඩයි ටිකට් එකයි දිනුම් දෙකයි සම්පත ලග්න වර්ම මාසිකම එකයි.
පරක්කු වෙලා වාසනාව නැති කරගන්න එපා.
ජාතික ලොතරැයි මණ්ඩලය.
Welcome back after the break. An impressive array of multi-million-dollar socio-economic investment and development projects outside Colombo were revealed by Urban Development and Housing State Minister Dr. Nalaka Godaheva. State Minister Dr. Godaheva assured that the attractive opportunities for global companies in Sri Lanka are not confined to the Colombo port city alone, but countrywide.
We believe that urbanization will bring about a range of interconnected investment opportunities in environmental, physical, and societal context. This includes building of airports, ports, roads, and rail networks, bridges, water and sewage systems, waste management systems, telecommunication networks, grids of electricity, and buildings of all sorts. In that context, our government has introduced a system of C-shaped economic corridors in our national policy framework, connecting the ports and airports and integrating all existing and proposed business zones together. We will develop Colombo, Hambantota, Jaffna and Trincomalee as 4 main commercial cities and establish them to be connecting cities of the national and international network as they consist of ports and airports of Sri Lanka.
Urban Development and Housing State Minister Dr. Nalaka Godaheva also explained about the plans of connecting 4 main commercial cities and establishing them to be connecting centres of the national and international network as they consist of ports and airports of the country.
Furthermore, Kandy, Anuradhapura, Gampaha, Ratnapura, Gaul, Badulla, Mena, Batiklo and Kurnagala have been identified as cities that will be developed as national cities in the master plan, mainly because of their historical, cultural and economic value and their interconnectedness with the sea zone. Cities such as Puttalam, Negombo, Pothuil, Dambulla, Matara, Nuvareli and Buttala will be developed as connecting cities to the 4 multidimensional commercial cities and national cities. The integration of all major cities, townships and business zones mentioned before would lead to a local agro-industrialization outcome and ensure value-added production processes which could be used to improve our global market share. Easy access and fast connectivity to the proposed economic corridors must be supported by a well-managed road network that is spread across the country. Taking that into consideration, the government has given high priority to the country's road network as well.
3 Sri Lankan apparel companies and 1 chemical manufacturing company based in Ethiopia investing $15 million and employing over 5,000 Ethiopians. Ambassador of Sri Lanka to Ethiopia, Sugeshwara Gunaratna, says that Sri Lanka's trade with Ethiopia stood at $37 million in 2020. Sri Lanka government recently had a virtual bilateral consultation with Ethiopia for the first time with a view to strengthening political, economic, social and cultural ties. Sri Lanka's foreign ministry in a statement said that 3 Sri Lankan apparel companies and 1 chemical manufacturing company successfully functions in Ethiopia. They also added that investment alone stands as $15 million employing over 5,000 Ethiopians. The Hawassa Industrial Park in Ethiopia is said to be a blueprint of the Katunayaka Free Trade Zone in Sri Lanka. The industrial park provides around 6,000 employment opportunities. Sri Lanka's Hela Clothing has 2 manufacturing plants in Ethiopia, which over 3,000 employers are being employed. Isabella Socks Manufacturing PLC and Hydramani Garments PLC too have plants in the African nation. The recent bilateral dialogue between the countries focused on the potential for Sri Lankans to invest in agro-processing, hydropower generation and manufacture of apparel and chemicals. Foreign Ministry also said that over 400 Sri Lankan professionals working in hospitality and apparel manufacturing sectors in Ethiopia, while there are job opportunities for Sri Lankans in the private sector. Sri Lanka's trade with Ethiopia stood at $37 million in 2020. We'll be right back with the stock updates.
Hello. දැන් ඔයා හිතන්නේ හැමදේම වෙනස් වුණේ කොහොමද කියලානේ? උත්තරේ මගේ ළඟ තියෙනවා. නෑකම් ඕනෑකම් හඳුනගත්තා. අපිවම වෙනස් කරගන්න ක්‍රම හෙව්වා. අලුත් බීජ පැල කෙරුවා. හිතුනේ ඒක කරන්න බෑ වගේ තමයි. හැබැයි ඒක කරන්න පටන් ගන්නකම් විතරයි. ඒක දැවැන්ත එකමුතුවක්. අපි හැදුනේ එකම සබැඳියාවක බැඳීමෙන්. හැමදේම හොඳ උනේ සබැඳියාවේ හැදීමෙන්. අපි මෙතනට ආවේම එකම එක සබැඳියාවක රැඳීමෙන්. ගෙදරට වැඩකට ගමනට එකම එක සබැඳියාවක බැඳෙන මුළු මහත් රටකට. Good morning sir, how can I help?
SLT Mobitel එකම එක සබැඳියාව.
ඒත් නෑනේ. පොළගාවේ නම් තිබුණලු.
මම ගියා. එහෙත් ඉවරයි.
කාර් එකයි කෝටි ගොඩයි ටිකට් එකයි දිනුම් දෙකයි සම්පත ලග්නවර්ම මාසිටම එකයි.
පරක්කු වෙලා වාසනාව නැති කරගන්න එපා.
ජාතික ලොතරැයි මණ්ඩලය.
Welcome back after the break. Trading at Colombo Stock Exchange ended on a mixed note today. The all-share price index gained by 9.14 points to close at 7,610.30 and the S&P SL20 dropped by 5.65 points to close at 3,068.45. The turnover was 2.27 billion rupees and over 103 million shares were traded. Up next are forex rates. That's all we have for today. Join with us again on Sunday at 6:30 p.m. for the weekly Biz Roundup. Until then, have a great weekend. Good night.
දැන් සියලුම SLT මොබිටෙල් සේවාවන් වලට My SLT app හරහා එකවර පිවිසීමේ හැකියාව